Warm greetings one and all. I, Srina Pal from the Department of Mathematics, Xavier's College, Kolkata, welcome you to No Pun Intended, the chess competitions of Analytica, our annual fest. I hope that you are ready for what we have in store for you. Though Analytica is a mathematical event, we want to arrange some skill-based games. Have you ever wondered that what does a chess player do while calculating moves? Essentially, once your opponent makes his move, you analyze the positions on the board in front of you by mapping out all the relevant scenarios, and you create a mental plan of attack and defense. Thus, when a player prepares a plan of strategy, he forms a mental image of a game tree and makes use of certain fundamental ideas of game theory. Having said that, let's just learn the intricacies while watching our very own chess masters play in the No Pun Intended. And with this, we'll hand over to chess aficionado and our commentator for the day, Ridhin Datta. He will be assisted by Sujan Chakraborty, our own department chess head. So let's play.
Thank you, Srina. Hi guys, I'm Ridhin. After a tough arena with over 80 players, only the top 4 advanced to the finals. They are Shamukh Datta, an MTMN student from the first year, Tathagata Banerjee, a statistics second year student, both from Xavier's College, and Pritam Jana from IIEST Shivpur, and Kushan Chatterjee from Vivekananda College. Today's format is a double round robin tournament, with every player playing each other twice, once as white and once as black. There will be a total of 6 rounds, and the player with the most points at the end of all tournaments will be declared the winner. The time format is 3 minutes with no increment. In case of a tie between 2 players at the end of 6 rounds, an Armageddon will be conducted, with white having 3 minutes on the clock, with black having 2 minutes on the clock, and with draw odds. In case of a 3 or a 4-way tie, which is highly unlikely, the results will be decided on the basis of their performance in the prelims. By the way, let No Pun Intended, the chess event of Analytica, begin. For round 1, we have Shamukh versus Pritam. Shamukh with the white pieces and Pritam with the black pieces, and Tathagata versus Kushan. Now let us start with Shamukh versus Pritam's board.
Okay, so first we take a look at the game where Shamok is playing against Pritham, where white has opened with e4 and black has responded with d5. In this game, 6 moves are being played till now, so we can kindly switch to the next game, which is conducted between Tathagato and Pushan, where white has opened with e4 and black has responded with e6. So this game has been played till 12 moves. Over to you, Ridin.
Yes, let us switch back to the game of Shamok versus Asur Dart. Asur Dart is Pritham and Namek Sami is Shamok. Here it seems like a pretty even it's reached the middle game now. White has good control over the center, I would say. Both players have a very open position. Ample opportunities for both players. I'm not being able to figure out the tactic which everyone is saying. It will become apparent pretty soon. Let's once switch back to the game of Tathagato and Pushan. Here we see both have castled and the game has progressed more than the previous one. Black is facing some attack and playing a bit defensively. But both players have equal good opportunities to create good positions. Yes, if Black's pawns are now a bit threat to white, it seems he has, yes, he's made a fast pawn.
Ridin, I think they have all started with some preparations, I guess.
Yes, I'm sure. In a blitz game, you will need preparation from the beginning.
And the games are progressing quite fast. So
yeah.
I think it's an apparent bishop blunder, right? In the game of Tathagato and Pushan.
Yes, it seems only time will tell it's a blunder or a very high level tactic which we haven't been able to understand here.
Yes, sure.
Yes, white king is.
So I think white king is not quite
it's
protected here. Yeah.
Let's now have a look at Shamok versus Asur Dart.
Yeah.
Versus Pritham. Yes, the tension is building.
So in this game, I think Pritham is already up a pawn, but Shamok has taken it, so the game is quite equalized in this position now.
Yes, I think material-wise, it's pretty equal now.
Yeah. 23 moves are being played till now here.
Yes.
That game already 35 moves are being played, so that's proceeding quite fast pace.
Yes. Most of these games usually end with a timeout on either someone's side.
So now I think in the game of Shamok versus Pritham, Shamok has I think quite a good tactic. Okay, so Pritham has saved it. I think Shamok was about to take the pawn on h6 with the queen because the pawn on g7 was
it was pinned, yes.
It was pinned.
Yes. Let's have a look of go back to Tathagato versus Pushan once. I think we're in the end game here.
Yeah, I think they are pretty equally timed, so I think they're proceeding quite well, both of them.
Yes, both of them are quite well, but white I think has advanced his pawns more than black.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, now it's pawn islands are on either side of the board to prioritize which one they want to go for. White's pawn structure on the right hand over to the queen side is quite solid. You can't break that very easily, I guess, unless you have both the king and the bishop there. But then white's king can come over and attack the pawn on the king side. Which now
in the game of Shamok versus Pritham, I think Shamok is simply up a pawn. Sorry, Pritham is simply up a pawn, I think.
Yes, Shamok versus Pritham. Yes, Pritham is
I
up a pawn.
don't think that pawn can be gained back here. So maybe something.
Yes, but Shamok has a chance of breaking his d pawn.
Yeah, I think now the rooks may be exchanged here in the game of Shamok versus Pritham. Okay, so he's exchanged the pawn. Anyways, that pawn is still being regained.
Now Shamok is in a bit of soup. the B pawn is very aggressive.
Oh, let's take a look at the second game. I think Tathagata versus Pusan. The game has proceeded.
Oh wow.
It's
Yes.
simply winning. It's simply winning for Tathagata, I think.
Yes, it's only a matter of time.
Upper queen. So I think this game maybe.
Yes, so the pawn is beyond saving.
Yeah. So we can expect a result from this. Yeah, and it's checkmate.
Yes, yeah, it's over. It's checkmate.
Yeah. So in this game, Tathagata has won, while Pusan has lost.
Yes, and the game was of Shamok versus Pritam.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, it's.
But it's also.
Yes, I think. Yeah,
Pritam, I think, yeah. Because Shamok is in a bad position, it seems, because.
Yes, Pritam has the upper hand.
A lot number of pawns for black.
Yes, definitely.
Let's see how this game ends. Both of them are in equal time, so you can tell nothing.
Yes, very fast now. Shamok's only chance right now is stalemate or a timeout.
Yeah. I think anyone can flag each other.
Yes, if he kills, we have Shamok's one time also.
Okay. Extremely sorry. In the second game, Pusan won against Tathagata. Extremely sorry for that.
Pritam won. Yeah, so yeah.
Pusan won. And in the first game, I think.
Yes.
Pritam won.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah. Over to you, Ridin.
Okay, so now the first round is concluded. We'll take a short 2-minute break while the scoreboards are going to be updated and displayed. So yeah, it was quite a fast match. We didn't even have time to analyze the position very well. It was over before we knew it. But I think it's a good fight by Shammo, even though Pritam won. And Tathagata versus Pushan, yes, both of them played well. Pushan took the win. And the scoreboard, I think, will be displayed shortly. Yes, so the results are Pritam has won obviously and Pushan has won. Both black have taken the victory.
I think we should take a 2 or 3 minutes break now for round 2 to begin, and maybe the scorecards can be displayed now.
Yes, so for the next year, we have Yes, if the players are ready, we can start. Yes, so the game of Shammo versus Ushan has started. They're already quite progressing very fast. Yes, welcome to round 2. So the game of Shammo versus Kushan has gone underway. It's already in the middle game now. We have both players castling.
So I think we can take a look at the game where Shammok is playing against Kushan, where white has opened with, I think, e4 and black has responded with e6. And 11 moves are played in the game till now. And we switch to the game of, I think, switch to the game of Pritam and Tathagato. Yeah, where white has opened with d4 and black has responded with d5. So I think 12 moves have been played in this game till now. Over to you, Riven.
Yes, I think white is now preparing to castle on the queen side in Tathagato versus Pritam. We have, I think his cover is low in the pawns. It's not much is castling now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's checkmate.
Oh yeah, it's checkmate. It's quite fast.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well done.
We've already got a result.
Yes.
The second game.
Well done. Sorry, there was some blunder somewhere.
So now I think.
Yes. Now.
Game of.
Back to Shammo versus Kushan.
Yep. This game is still going on. I think Shammok is quite low in time, but I think this is manageable at this point of time because you can say nothing.
Yeah. So here, black's king is not. Yes, this is not looking very good for Shammok too.
I think. Kushan is not in a good position here, right? In the game of Shammok versus Kushan.
Right. Kushan is not in a good position. Shammok is white.
Because the king is completely opened here. So
yes, and checkmate enough. Forced checkmate in a few moves. Yeah. Yes, king can only move to h8 or h7, and the queen can move to h7 and
round 2 has ended, I think, quite fast.
Yes, round 2 was
some blunders and you're gone, right? So
yes, especially in this tournament.
Let's wait for this game to finish. And it's a mate. Yeah. Queen goes to g7 and it's a mate. Yeah. Okay. So we've got 2 results. So I think in this round, in this round, Shammok has won against Kushan, and in the second game, which has ended quite fast, I think Pritam has won against Tathagato. Yep. Okay. So maybe we can take a 2 to 3 minutes break now, and we'll begin round 3 after that.
Yes, the scoreboard should be updated shortly.
Over to you, Riven.
Yes, so that was one of the shortest races I've ever seen. Versus one. It was really something. Shammok versus Kushan game was also quite decisive. And I think we will see the standings right now on this field.
I think we can take a look at the scorecards now before the beginning of round 3.
Yes. Pritam is leading with 2 points and Kushan and Shammok each having 1 point.
think round 3 can begin.
Yes, round 3, Shamuk with the white pieces versus Tathagata with the black pieces, and Kushan with the white pieces versus Pritam with the black pieces. Let's have a look of Shamuk versus Tathagata. We have a standard 4 knights opening with a tiger base. And yes, this is standard response.
Yep.
We have.
We take a look at the game where Shamuk is playing against Tathagata, where I think white has opened with e4 and black has responded with e5. 8 moves are played in this game till now. And we take a look at the second game between Pushan and Pritam, where white has opened with e4, and here also black has responded with d5. So 11 moves are being played in this game till now. Over to you, Rigan.
Yes, in the game between Pushan and Pritam, we have quite a solid position. No, we have a knight in the center, which is very powerful. If Pritam can use it to his advantage. And let's have a look at the game of Shamuk versus Tathagata. Here we have, yes, this position has not simplified yet. We are still going to see what tactics they have yet to produce. Yes, I think the F pawn was pushed in some.
But in the game of Shamuk versus Tathagata Ridin, I think white is trying to unleash some kind of attack here, right? Because the
he's
already quite
heavily focusing on the king side.
Yep. So I think white is trying to attack. Also, Shamuk is 1 point after 2 rounds. Is in 1 point after 2 rounds. So I think he's trying to attack.
Yeah, Shuzan, the G7 pawn is very vulnerable right now.
Yeah, because the queen can anytime come to G4 and start attacking the G7 pawn.
Yes, and that will be checkmate.
Yes.
So I think the only way he can stop that is either moving his rook to the G file or pushing the pawn. But the position I don't think will look very good for
also the time is quite equalish for both the players in this game. I think we can take a look at the game of the second game, which is the game of Pushan versus Pritam.
Yes. Yeah, this is.
Pritam is already up a pawn here.
Yes, because of 2 pawns.
This is an interesting position because white has a queen, but I think still it's not quite clear. Right.
Yes, a queen versus a rook and a knight. Generally, if you have more pieces, it is
generally
better.
Queen versus 2 rooks is quite equalish, but queen versus knights may be tricky, I think.
Yes, you have to play it carefully.
Yes. Let's see how this match goes. Now we take a look at the game of Shamuk versus Tathagata. Oh.
Yes, in Shamuk versus Tathagata, we have. Yes, the queen is almost bouncing upon the black.
Yes, absolutely.
We have to see what unfolds. Yes, and the pawn on the F pawn was pinned actually, so we couldn't capture the queen.
The black pawn is trying to promote, but the rook is protecting. Also, the queen is checking the black king, so it's not being able to promote.
Yes, even the queen is covering the d1 and the rook is covering. And I think if he pushes his
wins the battle here.
And the bishop will also be. Yes.
Yeah, white is threatening a checkmate, I think. It seems like that. Because.
No, I think he has to get his bishop involved. Yes. This is.
Oh, yeah, and it's a mate.
Okay. Yeah, this is definitely.
So Shamuk has won in this.
Shamuk has won.
And
that's the 2 points for him.
Yes. In the second game, I think it's proceeding quite equal because the times are also equal for both the players. Let's see how it goes.
This is actually very difficult to get some kind of an advantage in this position.
Yes. I think maybe king can go to something like G7 here, right? Because with the idea of getting the f pawn to f6 with the idea of attacking the king, maybe.
Yes, if he can, yes. And now if the queen comes to c3,
Yeah.
then he's going to be threatening mate
Now,
on
yeah,
g7.
yeah. Now I think white is trying to threaten a mate.
Yes, I think you can have to stop that. Yes, the knight goes back to the e8 pawn.
That's the only move, I think.
This might even turn out to be a drawback.
Yeah, the king has ultimately come to g7. The white king is trying to move away now. Let's see how this game goes. Times are also equal. I think this will be a tough match. Oh, okay. So white has pinned the knight.
Yes, I think if he pushes the g pawn, yes. Now it's not the knight is gone.
Okay, so
he sacrificed the rook that was
yeah. So I think we have two results. In the second game, I think Pritam has lost, while Tathagata has won, and Pushan has won. In the first game, I think Thammok has won, and Tathagata has lost.
And Tathagata has lost. Yeah, which makes Pushan, Pritam, and Shammo.
Yeah, over to you, Ridin. You can speak. Okay.
Yes, it makes Pushan, Pritam, and Shammo all tied at 2 points each, with Tathagata in the fourth place with 0 points right now. But the tide can change any moment. So we'll take a short break now here, and the scoreboard should be updated anytime soon.
Round 4.
Yes, round 4 we have Pritam with the white pieces, with the Shamok with the black pieces, and Pushan with the white pieces versus Tathagata with the black pieces. Let's have a look at the game of Tathagata versus Pushan. We have e4, e5 with both the knights coming out, and then we have e4.
Yeah, so maybe we take a look at the game where Pritam is playing against Shamok, and I think in this game, white has opened with d4 and black has responded with d6. 12 moves have been played till now, and now we switch to the game where Pushan is playing against Tathagata, where I think white has opened with e4 and black has responded with e5. 14 moves are being played in this game till now. Over to you, Ridin.
Yes, in the game of Tathagata versus Pushan, we have, I think we have started off very good, very standard opening. But this position is, quite complicated right now.
I think
It's
I think
fighting
Pushan
very
is
hard for the center.
simply +2 because I think Tathagata had blundered a bishop.
Yes, he's up a bishop.
Yeah. So maybe slightly advantageous position for Pushan here. Although the times are quite equal, but still anything can happen. Let's go to the first.
Means a pawn.
Yep. Let's go to the first game
Compensation for the bishop.
where Samok is playing against Pritham. And here I think where Samok is although a bit low on time, but still the position seems to be at equalish. So I think the position is not quite clear here, right?
Yes, it is not very clear. Both are quite defensive right now. We have both the rooks and the queen in the first trial with the bishop. Here I think black is seen to be eyeing down on the h3 pawn. Pawn goes, the entire structure falls.
Yeah, so we can move to the game of, I think, the second game which is played between Tathagata and Pushan. I think Pushan is simply a piece up, it seems, +3, but well, Tathagata's captured a pawn. So Pushan is +2 now, but still I think it's an advantageous position for Pushan. Let's see how he can convert this. But actually,
yes, definitely.
It's very difficult to. Yeah. Let's see what happens. In the first game, it's still an equalist position. On the times are also quite equal.
Here I think about this king is not in a good position yet. The queen is a lot of checks here. And yes, that's a discovered check here. Now the queen is gone.
Yeah, I think he'll just resign. Yep, he'll just resign, I think, maybe.
Yes, this is...
It's just a queen up. It's just gone for black. White has won, I think, this round.
Yes, I don't think
unless it's something like this, I think, maybe. But well, sometimes this can be interesting. Although there are
because sometimes you can have a stalemate.
Once the pawns are off the board, there can be chances of stalemate. So you can never.
Yes. You should never resign actually in a position like this.
I think resigning is not the best option.
Yes, so you're not going to lose any much time anyways.
Yes.
So you might just cross your fingers and for a draw.
White can get another queen, I think, here. Okay, he's just going for the mate.
Yes, it's very simple now.
I think Pushan has won this round. White is dominating. We move to the first game. And I think the black king, although seems to be quite exposed, but maybe it's also, this is an interesting position, it seems.
Yes, because white doesn't really have any. There's a rook, yes, in the sixth rank, but there is not much you can do with it right now.
Because also there's a white rook on the sixth rank.
Yes, the white rook is on the sixth rank, and now you have a battery with the black rooks.
We have got a result in the second game. So white has won clearly.
Yes.
Move to the first game and continue with it. Equal times for both the players. I think maybe it's quite equalish. Let's see what happens finally. 36 moves have been played here. So it's going at quite an okayish type of speed.
It's
not so fast. Okay.
Yes, the black pawn is almost.
Now I think black is in an advantageous position, it seems.
It's a pretty will promote the pawn.
Okay. So.
Yes, I don't think the pawn has much hope now. Let's change the first. Both of them took a pawn.
I think it's this position maybe because though white is a bishop up, but still it's not that much because black has too many pawns compared to white.
Yes, now I think it is clear that white
completely up. Yeah,
yes.
Now completely
now
white will win, I think. Yeah. Also the times, see the times.
Yes, they're just fighting against times.
Maybe anyone can flag each other. We don't
Yes, and no increment is also quite brutal here.
Yeah. And when it comes to pre-moves, I think it's always
So moves can also turn very dangerous in this.
black is timed out and white is victorious. But also, it was clearly a winning position for white, so it's quite justified. Okay. Over to you, Ridin.
Yes, so here we have Shamu. He has taken a loss. In the game of Kushan versus Tathagata, we have Kushan winning. So Kushan, I think, has racked up 4 points. Shamu is at 2 points. And Itom is also at 2 points, with Tathagata at 1 point. So Kushan is clearly in the lead now. And we have 3 at 1 point.
Yeah, Ridin, round 5, I think, has begun.
Okay, round 5, we have Tathagata with the white and Itom with the white pieces versus Kushan with the black pieces. What do you Kushan?
Okay, so I think we are in 2 games in round 5, where Tathagata is playing with white against Shammuk, who is playing with black, and Pritam in the second game is playing with white against Pushan, who is playing with black. We quickly take a look at the 2 games which are running. So in the game of Pritam versus Pushan, I think already 12 moves have been played, and white has opened with d4, to which black has responded by playing e6. In the second game, we take a look at the game of Shammuk versus Pushan, where white has opened with e4 and black has responded with d6. 11 moves have been played here till now. Sorry, Shammuk versus Tathagata in the second. Over to you, Ridin.
Yes, in the game of Shamu versus Tathagata, we have, I don't think any exchanges have been made. It's yes, it's position the tension is built. Let's have a look at the Pushan versus.
In the first game between Pritam and Pushan, I think already white is a piece up completely, it seems.
Yes, black is the whole bishop up.
Black has blundered the bishop, and it's clearly, I think, dominating for white. Let's see how we can convert this position.
Yes.
And also, I think white has quite okay time, so he can manage, I think. So Pritam may be scoring in this round. Yeah. We quickly switch to the next game, which is being played between Shammuk and Tathagata. So 19 moves are being played. And also, I think Shammuk is a bishop up, right?
Yes, Shammuk is a bishop up. He's very strong bishop there.
Piece up.
And
so you can see the tension building upon them. It's clearly It's clearly
Yes, the
blundered.
number of pawns are also equal now. So it's a whole piece of also in the blunder on Kolkata side.
Yeah. Oh, he's just losing a queen now. So I think
Yes.
it's clearly winning for Shamok here. Black, I think,
Yes.
will clearly win this position. We switch
Now
to
I
the
think
first game.
now. Yes, this is the first game, Pritam versus Kushan. Here also we have white leading the lead.
Yeah. Oh, in the second game, we already have a result. Within.
Oh, second game, yes, it's checked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Black has clearly won.
Yes.
It was already a winning position. So
yes, so that's Shamok's point.
Shamok has taken the lead again. So we continue with the first game. Times are though quite equalish, but it's also like Pritam is completely dominating the position because he's +5 now, a piece and 2 pawns up. So it's clearly winning.
Yes.
If
it's
not,
a matter of time before the white pawns reach the queens. Yes.
I think the participants are feeling the pressure, right? Because these blunders, I think they happen only under pressure.
Yes, it's a blitz game. It's in 5 rounds back to back. It's not easy at all.
I think we'll soon have a result in this game as well because Pritam is clearly dominating the position.
Yes, we will put his bishop on f5.
Okay. Also, I think 1 minute may be enough for them to just convert it. Also now Pritam is up in time, so clear chances of winning.
Let's now the white has to protect his pawns. That is just sort of winning here.
Black king is highly exposed, it seems.
Yes.
There is no way I think he can go anywhere because the rook will start checking it and maybe. Let's see what happens. Oh.
That is
Black has blundered a rook. I think he'll resign. Yeah, we have 2 results. So white has won in the first game between Pritam and Apushan. And in the second game, Shamok has won with black against Tathagata. Over to you, Rin.
Yes, so right now I think I made a mistake in the last round. Now Pritam has 4 points and Apushan has 3 points. And Shamok has 3 points. With Tathagata, I think, how many points do Tathagata have? I think he's at 0 right now.
I don't think Tathagata has opened his card still now. It's 0 points.
Yes. So I think right now we have Shamok in the lead. No, Shamok, Pritam and Pushan. No, Pritam is in the lead right now clearly. With Pushan and Shamok tied at 3. So next round we have Pushan versus Shamok. I think that might.
Over to you, Rin.
Yes, in round 6 you have Pushan with the white pieces versus Shamok with the black pieces, and Tathagata with the white pieces versus Pritam with the black pieces. Pritam already has 4 points with Tathagata at 0. If Pritam wins this one, I think it will be pretty clear who the winner is. So let's start.
So we take a look at the games. I think 2 games are running. In the first, which is between Pritam and Tathagato. In this game, White has opened with Knight F3. And so I think it's the first game where we are seeing the knight in the first move in this stage. So, and Black has responded with D5 and 13 moves are being played till now. Over to you, Ridin.
Yes, so the Pritam versus Tathagato game is, we have to see how it unfolds. Let's once have checked in with Shamok and Kushan. Here we have good solid position on both sides, I think. You would say.
Yeah, and also I think in the second game between Shamok and Pushan, Shamok is quite low in time, though the position seems equalish. But let's see how it goes. The White king is highly protected. Also, the Black king is protected, but still maybe. Let's see.
Yes, just a few moments back, the F2 square was very, very vulnerable, but we covered it up with this book.
Yeah. We can take a look at the first game now, I think, between Pritam and Tathagato. Okay, so 22 moves are being played here. The times are pretty equalish for both players. I think Pritam will just try to win this in order to win the tournament, I think. Because he is clearly leading. Draw, I think, will also be fine for him. And Tathagato needs to open his card because it's still a 0. So let's see.
Yes.
Fast strike.
Not to have made any serious blunders till now. Very careful and slowly.
No blunders till now. No mistakes, I think. 25 moves in the first game. We take a look at the game between Shamok and Pushan. Pushan is up a pawn, but I think at this stage, the pawn may be recovered at a later stage, I think. Isn't it?
Yes. Right now, I don't think it mattered that much. But the Black king is a bit of a... Yes.
Also, in this game, the second game between Shamok and Pushan, I think if there was a rook at something like the rook at the 8th file, I think a move like knight into G6 would be considered from Black side, because that would unleash an attack on the queen if there was a rook to protect the single rook on the 8th rank, right? So I think that could be but there's no.
Yes, right now.
Yep, it's quite equalish.
Yes, but he has both the knights attacking the king here, and
yeah.
queen is also.
Knights are very tricky pieces.
Very precarious.
Oh, he's already lost a queen. He's already lost a queen.
Yes, that's a very.
He missed the fork. He missed the clearly. So we already have a result in the Shamok versus Pushan game. Shamok has won. Let's see what's happening in the first. I think Pritam needs to win this in order to win the tournament. Otherwise, he'll have to play an Armageddon in case their group stage matches are.
But yes, Pritam is won.
Yeah, we have a result here as well. White is
both the games have been decisive.
Oh, Black is victorious.
Yes.
I think Pritam has
undisputed champion here.
Given the last blow here. Wonderful.
Yes.
Over to you, Ridin.
Yes, I think it has been a very, very exciting tournament so far. Definitely winning here. And Tathagato has scored 0, unfortunately, and Shamok is at 3 with and Pritam is at 4. Sorry, Kushan is at 4 and Shamok is at 3. The entire game, but we managed to force a repetition of you can draw, although this did not happen during this tournament. And we have had very commendable performances from all our participants. And Pritam has definitely won, and unfortunately he couldn't open his cards. But that is the name of the game. Some people might not fare very well today. But the entire tournament has been very entertaining. And I would like to thank our 4 finalists, Shamok, Tathagato, Kushan and Pritam, for giving us such wonderful games. I would also like to thank the players who participated in the prelims attempt. And thank you to the volunteers of this event who have fought through every technical glitch to make this a success. This was a very difficult thing to put up. And it was very commendable on their part. Lastly, I would like to thank the event head and commentator Shujan for me today with the commentary and helping me gain an insight into the games. I hope the scores have been calculated by now and we can show you the final scoreboard soon.
We have now come to the end of the last event for the day.
Fatima, just a second. Fatima, the scoreboards have been displayed.
All right. We would like to congratulate all the participants, and we hope that it has been a fun and learning experience that we will remember from this week. The winners of the event will be felicitated at the end of the second day of Analytica. Thank you.